This is Mark Bell from HowMuchYouBench.net, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the Sling Shot. The Sling Shot and some of the Sling Shot products from HowMuchYouBench.net are being used by athletes around the world. New Orleans Saints are using it, Baylor Bears are using it, and they're starting to slaughter everybody. Stone Cold Steve Austin's actually a big fan of the Sling Shot. The Sling Shot can be utilized for bench press, push-ups, dips. I've heard of some people utilizing it for dumbbell work and things like that as well, and even overhead presses. I don't really suggest that you use it for that, but that's what people are using it for. You can see here I have the elbow sleeve on. You can slide it up. You can slide the Sling Shot up right over top of the elbow sleeves. If you don't want the elbow sleeve on, obviously it will go on that way as well. I weigh about 260 pounds. This is a 2XL. I like to point that out just to kind of help people size themselves up. This is a reactive Sling Shot. Now this is really important here. If it's a taller athlete, an athlete that is not real thick, an athlete that's not a power lifter, just kind of a more athletic build, maybe someone who's built more like a basketball player, you're going to want to have, or baseball player, you're going to want to have them wear it up a little higher. They actually want to get the Sling Shot on their bicep and have the elbow come out of the bottom slightly, just like that there. The reason for that is their range of motion is greater than that of a power lifter. Power lifter's range of motion is going to be short. We're stocky. Sometimes guys are even a little bit chubby and have a belly. So the range of motion is going to be greater. Therefore, the Sling Shot needs to be pulled up higher so it doesn't jam their elbows in too hard. A big question I get about the Sling Shot a lot is, how do I utilize the Sling Shot in my training? What am I supposed to do with it? Where do you put it in your training? The two greatest answers I've come up with so far, and the most improvements I've seen in using the Sling Shot to help me hit a recent 545 bench at 242 pounds, which is the second highest bench in the country. What I've noticed is using the Sling Shot every other week has been extremely effective. So on one week, I won't use the Sling Shot at all. The following week, I'll use the Sling Shot and I'll do sets of 5, sometimes sets of 3. I always like to use a little bit of a pause with the Sling Shot. You don't want to rebound them too hard. You don't want to cheat too much because it's already allowing you to overload by about 10 to 15%. Another effective way of utilizing the Sling Shot is to simply add it into training sessions, most, if not all, of your training sessions, and use it for about 3 to 5 sets after your workout. So let's say you did a workout of 5s to 5 or 3 sets of 3 or whatever it is, max effort work, dynamic effort work, doesn't really matter what the intent is of the day. The intent is always, as a strength athlete, to get stronger. The Sling Shot is going to allow you to overload. So you can do a little bit of overload training just for 3 to 5 sets after your main sets of raw work. The Sling Shot is available at HowMuchYouBench.net, bodybuilding.com, roguefitness.com, and also now available through Amazon.com as well. Thank you very much.